One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. Hello, hello, internet world. I'm back. Wow, it's so hard to fucking see. Um, but it's okay. We'll work with what we got. So basically, where was I at when I cut off last time? My grandma came home. I thought she was gonna be out for a while, but she wasn't, which is fine. But now, I have gone out in my car. You can't even see my beanie, but it's red and black, which is obviously Norma Joe's colors. Um, Look, I got my face done and everything too, so I'm all ready to go. Anyway, um, so I drove out to a secluded parking lot, which is actually in a business park. It's like a multiplex business park. Um, Sometimes you can find parking lots that are like completely dead over here, but today it kind of seems like a lot of people are working. Maybe it's because COVID is going down. I don't know. But anyways, it says parking for employees only, but I found one lot that only one other car is here, and there's like, 35 other spots. So hopefully I don't get kicked out. I haven't seen any security yet, but I am parked right next to the sign that says private parking only. But they don't have any tolls or any locks or any barriers, so, nobody fucking cares, right? Nobody fucking cares what I do. Everybody's wrapped up in their own life. They're too fucking busy to worry about me, right? So, anyway, let's go back. I'm just gonna start the story over because I was barely 2 sentences in. But yeah, like I was saying, this is the first story that I had typed up some other stories before, but this is basically like the big one that I finished and edited and drafted and typed it up and printed it out and made a little book, like did everything, thinking I was gonna hand this out to my friends and family or whatever. Now it's probably so fucking dated, all the jokes and everything, but ew, that's a dead piddle bug in my car. I bet that's been there since before I even bought the car. Anyway, we'll see. And you have to go by my voice because you can fucking barely even see me. Anyways. The Hose of Liberty episode. Oh, man. Another thing is, I wonder if I can get Sons of Liberty on DVD. Like, I know it was a made-for-TV movies, but I would fucking love to own that shit. That would be so I don't see why not, right? History Channel sells, like, recordings of their shows, right? And besides, why wouldn't they want to sell? This is a capitalist country. Everybody sells everything. Everything is for profit, right? So, yeah, they should sell it, and I could buy it. Because that would fucking crack me the fuck up, man. Anyway, The Hose of Liberty, Episode 1, Our mini-series begins on a dreary, drizzly day in grungy old Boston. The year is 17XX. Possibly 1770, but I don't really know. Anyway, the rain is coming down on the muddy streets, and we hear a young guy's voice come on, giving a voiceover narration. Guy's voice. Hey everyone, my name's Sam Adams, self-assuredly, your new best friend. If you went to elementary school in the United States and you didn't totally forget everything, then you probably know a few facts about the American Revolution. Well, sit back and relax, chums and chumettes, and throw any advanced history class you might have ever took in the garbage. I'm about to tell you the real, true, actual, factual account of what went down. The camera pans over and we see a bunch of dirty-ass, scrappy colonists duking it out in a big-ass street fight. Sam, still voiceover. I could sit up here and tell you that we had gang fights like this because of the British keeping us down. Like, maybe we were all full of pent-up rage or something, and it had to do with, and had to do something to let it all out. But nah, if you ask me, we just like to fight. To be honest, it probably has more to do with us being descendants of the Brits than being oppressed by them. But anyway, freeze and hold frame on one of the main guys fighting in the street fight, Ken Burns style. Sam, see that big dude right there with the shaved head? That's Kelly. He's a rough, tough, pikey bastard. Are you allowed to still say pikey now? I'm sure nobody gives a fuck because it's towards white people. Nobody gives a fuck about them. But, is that considered rude? Like, would Irish, want to beat me up for saying that? Or is it just kind of like, haha, nobody cares? I don't know. And one of my best friends. He's also the head bouncer at my bar, but you'll hear more about that soon enough. Pan over to show a couple British soldiers standing casually on the sidelines of the fight, drinking beer and placing bets on who they think is going to win. Soldier number 1 leans over and mutters to his friends. Should I try to do a British accent for them? God, I'm so bad at accents. If that one over there loses his front tooth, you buy me another beer. That was more like Australian. Soldier number 2, sighs, shrugs, sure, what the hell. No, I'm not gonna try to do British accent, cause I don't know. I guess I didn't write it like that. I'm really bad at accents anyway. And besides, this is purposely supposed to have the feel of like a bad school play where everyone is just half giving effort, you know? Like it's intentionally supposed to be like that. So, yeah, maybe not doing accents justice is just part of it all. Sam, voiceover. There's the British Guard. Ew. We call them redcoats for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, they didn't really fuck with us that much on the regular, as long as we paid taxes. Oh yeah, taxes. Okay, let me get into this shit. They were acting like mean-ass pimps, putting us colonists out on the track and then taking most of what we earned for themselves. Does anybody even say track anymore? And they didn't give us no welfare, food stamps, public libraries, and none of that. So, like, why should we pay it all, you know? Anyway, sorry, I kind of went off a little bit, but anyway. Cut to a bar with a little sign shaped like a dragon above the door, and a pale guy riding up to the bar on horseback. Sam, VO. That's my establishment, where all the cool people hang out. Yeah. The official name is the Dragon. It's like dragon like dragging, you know? But everyone calls it the B&B. You see this skinny dude coming in on the horse? That's my other best friend, Joseph Warren. JW for short. Every protagonist needs a cautious, smart friend to tell us when we're fucking up, so that we can turn around and laugh in their faces and then go do reckless shit anyway. It makes us look more badass. How fucking true is that shit? JW, I haven't seen any of the Marvel movies except for the first Iron Man because I'm just not into that fucking shit. But I do want to see Winter Soldier, just because the Winter Soldier is hot. I don't give a fuck about anything else in that movie, and I can't stand Captain America. I think he's a fucking douchebag, and he would only be worth watching if he was in gay porn or some shit like that. But, like, I fucking can't stand any of those stupid motherfuckers. But, so I haven't seen any of their movies. Oh, Doctor Strange might be another one I'm interested in seeing. But anyways, I'm sure that rings true in some of these movies, like, oh, smart ass comment, huh, I'm gonna do some reckless shit, and then they're like, no, I'm your best friend, I'm the smart one, and then they do some fucking flips and explosions, and then they're like, well, see, I did it, I'm so cool. Anyways, whatever. JW gets off the horse and comes running inside. He runs through the crowd of party people hanging out in the bar, drinking it up, and runs right up to a table where Sam is, so we can finally see him. Sam is up on top of the table, dancing with a mug in one hand while some other patron is playing a fiddle and a bunch of drunks are clapping the beat. Kinda, it says in parentheses. I can't wait until fucking everything opens back up again. These stories that I used to write, like, in my early mid-20s, like, it's just basically all about partying all the time. Like, that's kind of what it all comes back to. And you'll see when I read more of them. It's like, assuming you watch these, or listen to these videos, which nobody will, but anyways, like, it's just, I took partying for such granted, you know, it's like, we're gonna party all the time, every single day, blah, 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 and now there's no more parties. Can't wait till there are some again. Anyway, Sam, oh, and you know what older movie I want to see is that fucking movie Spring Breakers. I feel like that movie and these stories I was writing might have some things in common. Alright, Sam, VO still. This is his last voiceover, for now. That's me! What? Why are you laughing? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that the beer guy being played by some recycling from Abercrombie and bitch? Well, fuck you. It actually says fuck y'all, but I can't fucking stand it when white people who are not Southern say y'all. Like, I'm not one of those fucking, like, oh, cultural appropriation. I actually think cultural appropriation is the natural progression of communities where there is, mixed cultures and stuff like that. I actually think it's cool that cultures mix and they take each other's, like, take things from each other, you know, and that shows that you have a diverse community living together. But this, I don't know, it's just a personal pet peeve of mine when these fucking, like, hella northern ass, like, straight-laced fucking, like, I don't know, just not living the life at all, like hipsters and shit, even though Sky is not a hipster, he's supposed to be like a raver or whatever. But still, they're like, come on, y'all. It's just like, I know you want to have a plural second person form to even the whole shit out, but it doesn't sound good. Okay, it doesn't sound good. Anyway, after this, I'm gonna be a star. Give it 2 months, and ponytails, vests, and boots are gonna be back in fashion. Psh, I fucking wish. Can you imagine if, like, 1700s outfits became fashion again now? That would be so fucking cool. Also, go out and buy some damn beer. What, are you sitting there drinking shitty Bud Light still? Okay, where was I at again? JW. Sam! Sam comes out of his voiceover trance and shakes his head clear, looking over at JW from up on the table. Sam, JW. The British are coming. Sam rolls his eyes and comes down from the table. Joe, quit fucking up. That line comes way later, and it's not even you who says it. JW. No, I mean they're coming here, to the bar, now, to arrest you. Sam, he waves it off. Whatever, man, they're not gonna arrest me. JW. They are so. I saw them. Sam cuts him off. Why don't you have a drink? Sit down, relax a little. He pushes JW backwards so that he stumbles and lands sitting in a chair. Sam sits on his lap. Or let me relax you, doctor, with emphasis sarcasm. Don't you miss those fucking days where you could just flirt with all your friends and pretend like you're gonna have sex with all of your, like, platonic friends? And it's just like a funny joke. You're always, like, rubbing your asses on each other and shit. Ugh, those were the days, man. I miss that shit. JW, shh. What are you trying to do, blow my cover? Sam, chill out, man. No one cares what you do. Half the people here already know that you're not actually a doctor. JW, shh. Sam, yelling to the bar. Hey everyone, Joseph Warren is a... JW claps his hand over Sam's mouth. Shh. All caps. Everyone looks over at them for a moment. Then they just ignore it and resume the chatter and go back to what they were doing before. JW lets Sam go. That was not cute. Said so much like 5 years ago, / 6 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Slang in this. It's like a snapshot of history right here. Sam laughs. Come on, you gotta learn to loosen up. JW, I didn't come here to party. I'm telling you, I heard those redcoats talking, and they said you owe Governor Hutch hella money, and they're gonna throw you in debtor's prison. Sam, let him. Debtor's prison is like spring break. Suddenly, at that moment, the door to the bar swings open, and in come the Reds. Ooh. Sam, whoop, there's my exit. He jumps off JW's lap and runs for the back of the bar, where there are a few small stalls with saloon-type doors. JW crosses his arms. That's what I thought. Spring break my ass. Redcoat number 1, standing in the doorway of the bar. Where's that whore, Sam Adams? Every time I see a redcoat now, I'm gonna be wondering, like, what it sounded like with a British accent. But, you know, there's different kinds of British accent, and I'm bad at all of them. Like, listening to British YouTubers makes me realize, like, the different British accents, which makes it harder to imitate for me. I don't know. Where's that whore, Sam Adams? Maybe like that. Everyone in the bar just looks at them warily. And then they all look around the room, but of course they don't say anything. The redcoats come through the bar, searching. Redcoat number 1. Well, speak up, you wolf rats. Where is he? JW stands up. Oh gee, he just left. Looks like you missed him, gosh darn it. Suddenly the camera pans over and Sam is sitting right there on the front windowsill of the bar. Sam, Tweety Bird waves to the soldiers. Yoo-hoo, boys. The redcoat, get him! Oh, redcoat number 1, excuse me. Get him! All the redcoats give chase as Sam jumps off the windowsill and takes off running. We got some action right off the bat. You guys. Anytime it says y'all, I'm gonna change it to you guys. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was smoking a lot of weed. No time wasted. JW, yelling out the doorway as they all race off. I tried to cover for you, you dumb shit! Well, here we go, the wild, wild chase. Sam runs all around the perimeter of the B&B, and once he's out of eyesight of the soldiers, he gets down and crawls in through the window of the bar cellar. You know, where they brew the beer and store all the kegs and shit. He could just stay in there and hide, but no. Where's the fun in that? After all, you could be watching serial killer supermodels right now instead, and he needs to give you a reason to stay tuned. Sam finds a hidden trapdoor in the cellar. That's right, another secret level, even more below her. He goes down in it, into the chamber of the Masonic shrine. The whole room is smoky and dim. All you can really see is a harsh orange light being broken up by a bunch of fog. Like the furnace of hell. Faint symbols are drawn creepily on the walls. Sam goes up to something, covered by a cloth. He pulls the cloth back, but us, the audience, are not privy to see what it is. Sam kneels before the shrine. It has begun. Make me strong, nimble, and fast. I will not fail you. He picks up a knife, I guess it was just there, and cuts his hand and drips the blood on the shrine. Then he covers it back up quickly and runs back up the steps, up through the cellar and back outside. He steps out from behind the back corner of the B&B, seeing the soldiers still looking around for him. It's funny because I was just listening to this podcast and this one guy said, like, one of the little comments he's like, I hate it in movies when people just cut their hands like that and then they pretend like, oh, everything's fine, like, they're not gonna be bleeding all over the place, which is fucking true, because I've cut my hand before on scissors and stuff where the cut was only, like, I don't know, maybe, like, half an inch long and not deep really at all, but it still was fucking bleeding. Like, I remember I cut my hand at work this one time, and I didn't notice it right away because I was working in the back room, I was working in the warehouse, and I was opening boxes with scissors, and I was just opening them, like, one after the other, like that, and, you kind of get trained to not fucking give a fuck if you hurt yourself, so I didn't notice that I thought I cut my hand, but I thought it was only, like, a paper cut, and, like, deal, but then, when I was walking, I left a trail of blood drops through the whole store, so that was really funny, I liked that, but anyway, but it is a magic knife, so maybe it heals itself or something. Okay, where was I? He steps out from behind the back corner of the B&B, seeing the soldiers still looking around for him. Sam calls to them, "Hey, redheads, looking for somebody?" They all turn around quick and take off after him again, like a bunch of British hounds going after a fox. I mean, that's what the makers of the show were going for, am I right? It's hella true, like, get your hands on the show somehow. I don't know where you're gonna find it, but find it and watch it and you'll fucking see what I mean. Anyway, like a fox, Sam pulls out some tricks and darts up the side of a random building, climbing up to the roof as if it's easy as pie. That's actually more like a raccoon or squirrel, but okay, I don't think foxes can climb like that, but yeah. But it's supposed to be like a hunt, like a hound hunt. I don't know, that's the vibe I was getting. Soldier number 2, "Hey, get down here." Soldier number 3, "No fair, how the fuck you do that?" Soldier number 4, "Come down from there." They all gather around the base of the building and paw at the walls, barking up at him. Sam is having a fucking party up there, doing the catwalk up and down the roof and teasing them. He slaps his ass with both hands and then blows them a kiss. Lead officer, "Cease and desist, whore, in the name of the crown." Sam, "Hey, usually it's politicians who owe money to prostitutes, not the other way around. Haha, right?" He takes a running leap and jumps to the next rooftop with the red hounds following his trail. He leads them down the block and down some ghetto-ass alleyway where hobos are gathered around a trash can fire and crack deals are going on. Some stoner hobos blow their smoke all in the soldiers' faces, distracting them and making them cough as they try to make it through the alley. Sam, "Assassin's Creed ain't got nothing on me, baby. Boom, boom." He slides down the sloped side of a rooftop, grabs onto a clothesline, ziplines across it, and does a double roll right into someone's open bedroom window. When he looks up, what do you think he sees? Well, of course, it's like 3 young transvestite dudes, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead, and this old Hugh Hefner-type colonial guy all in bed together, all clothed, it says in parentheses, with a video camera on a tripod pointed at the bed. Duh. I mean, what else is it gonna be? Hugh Hefner, "Hey, Sammy boy, perfect timing. I could use a guest star like you to boost my ratings." Sam, "No time, daddy-o. I gotta run, but I'll hit you up." What a little beatnik. He runs straight through the house, out the window on the other side, and gets the fuck out of there. Then, right on cue, the soldiers come busting in through the first window and cross through the house after him. Blonde porn actor eyes the soldiers. "I see potential there." Brunette shrugs. Yeah, maybe we can make something happen if we make the spin-off. Random British soldier to another soldier as they run. Damn, action and sex within the first 10 minutes of the show? We're living in different times, my friend. Okay, let's end that one there.